Hello, 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 hello. How are you today? How's your day been? How's your day going? This is the place of a father. My name is Nemi Basi Ekefe. I love to see fathers do well, and enjoy life. Enjoy life because fatherhood isn't a place of it's not a sentence to death, it's not a sentence to wahala or problems. What I've noticed is that, fathers come into this position of being fathers and they take some things more important than others. So today I'll be talking about a father naming his child, the kind of names that we give to our children. Some fathers believe that what is most important is providing for the family. But what they don't understand is that the name you give to your child even affects that provision that is coming. So they just say whatever, and you give birth to a child, one relative will come from somewhere and name the child whatever. I'm trying to not mention names that, but the kind of names that they give to your children, and you just accept it. Another one will come and throw one name. Another one will come and throw another name, and you're just there, you know. But what you need to understand is that a name means something. A name means a lot. So you take your time, you marry a wife, and God bless you with a child. And somehow, someday, your wife gives birth. And before your wife gives birth, you do not yet know the name to name your child. And everyone just come, throw this name, throw that name, throw that name, and all of that. You don't know what it means. How can you be so unprepared? 9 months. Okay, let's say you didn't plan to have a child. Somehow, at least 6 months, 3 months. You're not thinking of what to name the child. But when you want to go and buy a car, a common car, you don't just buy any car from the market. You know the kind of car you're looking for. You're even particular about the engine. You say you want this power engine, you want that, you want that. Now a child is coming, a child that will represent you, a child that will speak of you tomorrow, and you're not yet concerned about the kind of child that is coming. Which means for you not to even have a name for your child, it means you didn't even prepare for the child's coming. You didn't even ask God for the child. You just say, child come, and child cometh. So now you're getting it right. Have you subscribed yet? Have you invited a father yet? Have you shared it yet? Fathers need to hear this, because there are some names you hear. You say, what did you say your name is again? What did you say your name is again? And even you're wondering, you said your name is what? What was the father thinking when that child was named? What was the mother thinking when that child was named? It's just a name. It's not just a name. No name is just a name. The person that named your child had a reason for giving your child that name. Have you considered that? The person that named your child had a reason. Did you ask the person why they were giving your child that name? Did you bother? Or you just said it sounded nice? Or someone else bore that name before, so you can give your child a name? No, every name is for a reason. Every name is for a reason. How would you want your child to be called a name that means failure? Failure. And every day you are running around looking for food to come and give to failure. Every day you go about, you walk, you come back, and you give food to failure. How can failure make all of your efforts amount to anything? He's already a failure. Have you considered it? What is the name of your child? What's the meaning of the name? Why is that child named that name? Some names are even good names, but why is the child named that name? Does it mean anything to you? Why is your child named Joseph, for instance? Oh, he is named after so so and so person. Who is the person? What was the lifestyle of the person? What is the root of the person's life? It doesn't matter, right? It should matter. It really should matter. God was intentional about the names he gave to his children. God didn't give names just like that. And you are a father, so you stand in the place of influence to ensure that your children are properly named. You stand in the place of authority to ensure that even if they are going to be named after someone, it has to be someone that has a connection with God. Why would God bother to change the name of Abraham to Abraham? He wanted something to be reflected in his life. Why would he change Sarai to Sarah? And you're here saying it doesn't matter. Brother, it matters. Brother, it matters. Sister, it matters. So what is the name of your child again? I ask. What does it mean? Why have you named the child that name? There's a story in the Bible where the wife of Jacob gave birth, and because she had gone through so much pain, while giving birth, she named the child Benoni. I mean, nobody understands my pain, so I just named the child after my pain. And that's how some of us have done. We have named our children after our pain, after our struggles, so that we will remember what we were going through. Is it the child's fault that you went through anything in life? It's not. Is it the child's fault that things were not? It's not. I've seen people bear governments. Say, what happened? Say, it was when government did this. I say, at all. Is your father still alive? The person that I saw that was bearing government is a man that had children. Now, I asked him if his father is still alive to remember what government did. He laughed. He laughed. I've seen people bear all sorts of names and I laugh. I said, some have gone to change their names because you know what? Why should I bear this burden? Because someone had a problem with someone. A young lady met me after listening to one of these teachings and said, that she had asked her father why she was named this name. And he said it was because of their quarrelsome neighbor. That the neighbor kept troubling the mother while the mother was pregnant. So when she gave birth, they named her after that quarrelsome neighbor. And sometimes she acts in a weird way and they say, you're just like that woman. And she said, I think it's time I change my name. I do not know why I should be named after a quarrelsome neighbor. And somehow I'm exhibiting some of her tendencies. So you see why I said it's not just about the name. The reason behind the name is also important. Why have you given your child that? I met a young man and his wife one day with his baby. And they were excited and I was excited for them too. And I was like, what's the name of the child? And he said, Divine Assistance. I said, is that not too much for this child to bear? How can this little child be your divine assistance? I said, you people will not kill me. How can you name your child Divine Assistance? A whole divine assistance. One little baby. Said, because we're trusting, I said, God is the one that gives. Why would you put that burden on this one child? And we laughed about it, but I was like, no, we shouldn't do these things. So please, when the mother of the wife of Jacob gave her child Benoni, she was expressing her pain. She was expressing her pain. She wasn't happy at all. She wasn't happy, so she said Benoni. Benoni means son of my sorrow. Son of my sorrow. Can you imagine a child growing up and being called the son of his mother's sorrow every day of his life? How are you son of my sorrow? How are you son of your mother's sorrow? How are you son of... Some of you need to translate the names you've given to your children and try pronouncing it in English and you'll find out that it is a burden. It's what is giving the children the headache that they have. Change that name. And if you're an adult already and your name is stressing you, brother, sister, go and change it. But you know what? We're talking to fathers right now. And you are in the place of authority and influence. A child, a human being is coming into your life, and you haven't bothered to ask God, who is this child that's coming into my life, into my family? What name will this child bear for the purpose that you have created this child for? You haven't bothered. Well, maybe it doesn't matter to you. It's okay. So Jacob had to step in as a father. He said, Auntie, I know that you sorrowed when giving birth, but you know what? We're going to sort that out. We're going to ensure that your sorrow is, becomes joy. But I'm going to give my son a name. And he gave his son Benjamin, which means son of the right hand. A son in a position of importance and honor. Can you see the difference? Son of the right hand, son of my right hand, son of the right hand. A son that is in a place of importance and honor. Can you see the difference? Compare that to son of my sorrow. But thank God a father stepped in. We could play it the other way. A father could give a child a wrong name, and you, the mother, can say, please, my darling, don't do this to this child. Instead of bearing a name that will be a burden, can we give the child this name? So mothers, also don't be quiet when your husbands, under the influence of whatever, culture, tradition, pain, circumstance, name your children, give your children names that will become a burden to them. Don't be quiet. Also step in and tell them, suggest to them, plead with them, please. Can we not do this? Can we give the child a better name? There are names that open doors for children. There are names that are better. How can someone enter a place and the meaning of the child's name is sorrow? What do you even explain to that child or to anyone around that child? And now you will expect that someone will come marry your son and become a Mrs. Sorrow. And your grandchildren will come and bear Emeka Sorrow. And it's nothing to you because you know what? It's a traditional name. Are we thinking about this, fathers? This is on our table. Oh. It's on your table as a father. It's on your table. It's on your table. So that's why you're the father. They bear your name. You have the authority. You have the influence. Help your children. Some children are bearing names that mean nothing, like absolutely nothing, because of the circumstances. I said earlier that it's not just the name, it's also the circumstance. It's also the reason why this name. Why this name? A name means a lot. People don't just give names anyhow. You know, when people are trying to set up their businesses, they think of names. They sit back and they begin to ask, what name should we give? What name? What name? And it really baffled me to think that a man is expecting a child and is not bothered to ask God the name for the child. Even if you don't want to ask God the Father the name for the child, you haven't given it a thought. You haven't sat with your wife, the mother, to say, what name shall we give to our children? It's just whatever name that comes. Someone looked at the child, and at the birth of the child, there was a beautiful flower and a beautiful plant, and named the child after that plant. Oh, what a wonderful name. The plant didn't go home with the man, but the child went home with the man. And every time you see your child, remember the plant. What a memory. Are we going to do something different now? Remember that these children bear your name, fathers, and they are your offspring, and they are the ones that will continue after you. So the name continues. Would you be kind enough right now, if you're a father and you know that one of your children, bear a name that is not doing anything for them, can you change that name? And thankfully, it's easy to do. It's just to get to the authorities and do what needs to be done. And if you're an adult and your name is a burden, can you change it? Names are very important. I want to say they are even spiritual. They are spiritual. They are not just names. Because that's what they call you every day, every day, every day. Everywhere you go, that's what they call. Everywhere you go, that's what they call. You don't want to be called. There's a name that came now. One man, he had a mechanic workshop, somewhere in the States where I stayed. And I went to his workshop and because of everything, I heard his name. And I looked at him again. I said, "Sir, is this a nickname?" He said, "No, it's my name." I left. I gave it a thought. And gave it a thought. I had reasons to go back to his workshop, and I asked him again, "Sir, did you say this is your name given to you by your parents?" He said, this was an elderly man at the time. He said, "Yes." I said, "Was there like a reason why they gave?" He said, "It's a long story." So I said, "Okay." I wasn't ready for the long story, and I left. The name was the house of the devil. Literally, that's what it meant. Oruwari. For those that understand the language that I just spoke. The house of the devil. I'm like, why? He said it was a long story. I wasn't ready for the long story, so I let him be. And I mean, he was elderly at the time. If he had borne the name for this long, what's my own? Please, what is the name that you're giving to your child? What is the name that you're giving to your child? What does it mean? Why are you giving your child that name? Deal with the why, and then you find a good reason why the child, you find a good reason and a name that befits the child and befits you. If it's possible, if your wife is expecting at this time, just talk to God the Father. Tell him that you are grateful he's sending a child to your life, and that you know that every child has a purpose. He should guide you with the name and the purpose of the child, so that you don't call cup kettle and kettle pot just because they all stay within the kitchen units. You don't mix up the names and they begin to struggle in their expressions. Just do right by your children. This is the place of a father. It's not just in providing. It's not just in bringing in. It is also ensuring that the person you're bringing the food to is well named, is properly named. And as they go out, they are bearing the name that placed them in a place of honor and importance. I hear someone saying, I don't know what to do now. It's late. Nothing is late. I hear someone saying, how do I go about this? You can just talk to God the Father. Talk with your wife also. And mothers, talk with your husband. Because we have to get some of these things right. And as long as you know the right thing to do, there's something we say around here: fathers, know your place, take your place. We believe that until you know your place, you won't be able to take your place. You don't know what you should know, and all this while you've just felt, oh, when you name a child, this person comes from here, name their child. In fact, some children have like 3-4 names. Have mercy on them. The notebook is filled. The space where they created for names, they have written 4 names, no space. So a child answers A from one person, bears B, the other person calls them Peter, another person calls John. The child is bearing different names by different persons. Please, don't confuse the child. So take your place and let your child have a name that you will even be proud of when you're introducing your child. The name means something. The name is good. The name is, is something. Is a name that is a blessing. So you're going to do that, right? Let's hear what you think in the comment section. If you have questions, go ahead and ask your questions. And please do share and subscribe and like as well. Thank you so much. Again, this is the place of a father. My name is Nemi Basi Ekefre. Have a great day and take care of yourself. God bless you.